Hi everyone, welcome back to the video lecture series on Renesas RA microcontrollers. In this video we will be working with the Renesas RA8D1, a 480 MHz Arm Cortex-M85 based graphics microcontroller featuring helium technology and TrustZone security support. From this product page, you can explore the complete list of available peripherals supported by the RA8D1 device. The same page also provides access to all related documentation, including hardware manuals, user guides, and application notes. For this demonstration, I will use the Renesas RA8D1 Evaluation Kit to implement a flash memory write example. Open eSquared Studio, then create a new project by clicking on the File icon, then select New, then select Renesas C++ project, then select Renesas RA project. A new dialog box will appear. You can give a name to your project here. After naming your project, click on the Next button. From this drop-down menu, select EK RA8D1 board. After board selection, click on Next. After that, select Flat, Non-TrustZone project. For Smart Bundles, select the None option, then click on Next. Now select Executable and No RTOS option. Now select Bare Metal Minimal, then click on the Finish button. Now the IDE will take some time to configure your project. Now click on the Open Perspective button to open the FSP configuration file. In the Stacks window, click New Stack, and under the Storage category, select the Flash Stack. After adding the Flash Stack, you may notice an error indication. If you hover the cursor over the Flash Stack, the IDE will display details related to the configuration error. When background operation BGO is enabled, a callback function must be defined for the Flash Stack. Select the Flash Stack and open its Properties window. In the Properties, define a callback function name for the Flash Stack. Enable the Flash Interrupt and select an appropriate interrupt priority. Once these settings are configured, no further changes are required in the FSP configuration file. Click on Generate Project Content button to generate source code related to Flash Stack. Next, expand the src folder and open the hallentry.c file. Now open the hardware manual for the Renesas RA8D1 device. Within the document, search for the Data Flash Memory Map. According to the memory map diagram, the 24 kilobyte data flash is divided into secure and non-secure regions to support Arm TrustZone security. Both of these regions are further organized into 64-byte memory blocks. Next, open section 43.3, which describes the Arm TrustZone security architecture. From this section, we can observe the following security behavior. A secure project has permission to access both secure and non-secure memory regions. A non-secure project can access only the non-secure memory region. Since this example uses a flat, non-TrustZone project, we disable the TrustZone boundary in the debugger configuration. This allows the application to access the secure data flash memory region while operating in a non-TrustZone setup. Begin by defining the data flash address that will be used for writing data. After that, define a flag variable and a flash event variable. The flash event types are returned by the interrupt service routine ISR when background operation is enabled. These variables allow us to verify flash operation status after executing function calls related to the Flash Stack. From the Developer Assistance tab, drag and drop the flash callback function into the hallentry.c file. Inside the flash callback function, set the flag variable and update the flash event variable with the latest flash event received. This allows the application to track completion and status of flash operations when background operation is enabled. Next, inside the Hall entry function, define an FSP error variable to monitor the return status of flash-related function calls. After that, define the G-source buffer, which will contain the data that we intend to write into flash memory. Next, define a flash result variable that will be used to verify whether the flash memory area is blank before performing the write operation. Using a for loop, initialize the data buffer with known values that will later be written to flash memory. Now, from the Developer Assistance tab, drag and drop the flash open function call into the hallentry.c file. After adding the function call, use the assert statement to ensure that the flash open operation completes successfully. After initialization, again use the Developer Assistance tab to drag and drop the flash erase function call into hallentry.c. For the parameters, use the data flash address as the second argument. Use 1 as the last argument to erase the first flash sector. Add an assert statement to confirm that the flash erase function call was executed successfully. Next, wait until the flash callback function sets the flag variable. Inside the callback, the flash event variable will be updated automatically. Finally, use an assert statement to verify that the flash erase complete event was successfully generated. After completing the erase operation, reset the flag variable. Next, from the Developer Assistance tab, drag and drop the flash blank check function call into the Hall entry function. Configure the parameters as follows. For the second argument, use the data flash block address. For the third argument, specify the sector size, which in this case is 1024 bytes. For the last argument, pass the address of the flash result variable to store the blank check result. After adding the function call, use an assert statement to ensure that the flash blank check operation starts successfully. Then wait until the flash callback function sets the interrupted called flag variable. When background operations are enabled, the blank check result is reported through the flash event variable inside the callback function. Use the assert statement to confirm that the flash blank check complete event has been generated successfully. Next, from the Developer Assistance tab, drag and drop the flashWrite function call into the Hall entry function. Configure the parameters as follows. For the second argument, use the G-source buffer. For the third argument, specify the data flash block address. For the last argument, use 64, which represents the size of the G-source array. Since the flash driver expects a 32-bit address type, typecast the G-source buffer address to a uint32t pointer. After adding the function call, use an assert statement to ensure that the flash write operation starts successfully. A similar wait mechanism is also required after the blank check function call. Once the callback updates the flash event status, use an assert statement to verify that the flash write complete event has occurred successfully. After verification, reset the flag variable. Next, wait until the interrupt callback sets the flag variable. Now we can read back the flash content using standard C functions such as memcopy or memcompare. Using memcompare, compare the G-source data buffer with the first 64 bytes of the data flash block to confirm that the written data matches exactly. Finally, add a while loop to keep the processor running. With this step, the flash memory example is completed. Now click on your project name, then click the hammer icon to build the project. Before starting the debugging process, the target board must be properly initialized. This can be performed using the Renesas Flash Programmer tool. The initialization step configures the entire data flash memory region as a secure region. This configuration is required because a secure bus master is permitted to access only secure memory regions when communicating with a secure bus slave. After the build completes successfully, right-click on the project name, select Debug As, and then choose Debug Configurations. Open the Debug configuration for this project. Navigate to the Debugger tab and open the connection settings. Scroll down to the TrustZone boundary section. Since this example uses a flat, non-TrustZone project, set this option to No. Click Apply, then select Debug to start the debugging session and open the debug perspective. Next, we will monitor the Flash event variable to observe different Flash operation events. Go to Window, then Show View, then Expressions to open the Expressions window. In the Expressions window, add the Flash event variable. Now place several breakpoints in the program to observe different execution stages and Flash events. Click the Resume button once and then click Resume again. Execution will stop just before the Flash Erase function call. Click Resume again. In the Expressions window, you can verify that the Flash Erase operation has completed successfully. Click Resume once more. The Expressions window now confirms that the Flash blank check operation has completed successfully. Click Resume again to continue execution. You can observe that the Flash write operation has completed successfully. Now click on Window, then select Show View and open the Memory Browser window. In the Memory Browser, enter the Data Flash Block 0 address. After adding the address, observe the memory contents. You can see that the stored data starts from 1 and the value increments by 1 at each consecutive memory location, confirming that the Flash write operation was completed successfully. Finally, click Resume again. The application performs the Mem Compare verification. If the comparison is successful, execution enters the while one loop, indicating that the read operation was successful and the Flash data matches the G-source buffer.